Welcome folks to race 3 of Preseason here at Sector 1 Sim Racing, one of the Southern Hemisphere's best sim racing platforms. Tonight's mixture of both Group A and B drivers head to Brazil to take on the Swerves and Curves of Interlagos, home of the Brazilian Formula 1 GP. Action will be in abundance tonight with the Revolution M3 Challenge and the S1-GT Championship powered by Aussie Hampton lined up and ready to go. I'm Matty Dariol, and tonight with me in the box is Big Guns Troy Brown as well as NASCAR Peter Dongo. Welcome, gentlemen.
Good evening.
Good evening. I'm doing all right. Finally getting the stream going, and I'm excited to see what the boys have in store for us tonight.
Absolutely.
So we've had BMW qualifying run and done in the background while we were sorting everything out, and let's take a look at the results. We've got a massive what do you call it, statement there by D-Flow with a 30.7, which is GT pace, people. It's very exciting to see this guy go. Yeah, it's very quick. Cruising, tried to hit back there. He got very close in second. We got Stickers in third place, which is very impressive. Lockwood in fourth, Janwell in fifth, Popsy in sixth, Darkside in seventh, Womble in eighth, which is a bit of a surprise. VF in ninth, Kane in 10th, Shizer in 11th. Which is also another big upset, and the Moth there in 12th position. Some big upsets there, some interesting positions off the start.
Yeah, but I want to reiterate though, while it's a big upset, it's just like what you were talking about before. It just gives the old guard a bit of a kick up the bum, and yeah, tell them to get better and tell them to get good.
That's it.
When now that these new boys are out here ready to pull some strings and win a few blows, and yeah, man. Exactly.
So let's have a quick look at the track tonight. It is the famous Interlagos in Brazil. It's 4.3 kilometers. The cars are running for both classes BOP with no tuning, 4 times fuel burn and 5 times tyre burn. Again, probably about 8 to 9 laps of tyre wear, and yeah, qualifying 15 and 10 minutes for both classes. So I reckon we are good to get the race underway. What do you reckon?
Yeah, mate. I reckon that is a very good idea. Good luck, everybody. Let's get racing.
I think D-Flow's going to be pretty hard to beat because he was fast last test stream and was looking to do it again.
Yeah, he's the one to beat tonight, 100%.
Yeah, it's very key if Cruz and Stickers can get a good jump here and get in tow.
That's
Otherwise, D-Flow is up and away and gone off to the next round.
100%. He's they got to stick with him, or it's all she wrote. So we've got 500 horsepower here of M3 V8 engines revving to almost 9,000 RPM as the lights start to engage here at Interlagos. Can the usual suspects get out in front? They're away! Everyone seems to have got off the line. Bit of a burnout there from one of the guys in the back as they head down into turn 1. D-Flow has got himself a bit of breathing room already, cruising into second place there, and he's got Stickers right behind him. Yeah, a little bit of lag there. Well, there's a bit of a bump and grind there back in 6th and 7th, it looked like. This will be one of the big braking zones here into turn 4. A big bump there from Stickers into Cruising.
There we go.
Cruising's dropped back. 2x2. Yeah, 2x2. Cruising's dropped back a bit here. He's got a bit of a bump from a couple of the drivers.
Red flag?
Red flag, okay. Interesting. So we got a couple of guys bunched up here in 4th and 5th and 6th. Popsy's dropped down a little bit in there.
Yeah,
I
I
think.
red flag this one here.
Okay, it is a red flag.
Give that one another go, shall we?
Was there a stall on the grid or something?
I believe so. It must have been the two at the back there.
Ah, fair enough. No worries, we'll start that again.
Yeah, just waiting for everyone to enter up.
So the guys get another shot at this this race here. Another shot to get off the line.
Another shot to catch up with D-Flow.
That's it. Yeah, it's a beautiful time of day here, 8:30 in the morning here in Brazil. Beautiful sunrise there.
Yeah, it's very good weather conditions to show off those beautiful liveries on the track. So
Yeah, absolutely. The cars look amazing, all lit up, and track under lights. Interlagos, as I said, was the home of the Brazilian Formula 1 GP. Beautiful Amazonian asphalt there.
alright, we are ready. Right, let's get rolling.
Looks like we're right to get underway again, guys. This will be start 2. Previous, yeah. Red flag, couple of stalls on the grid, but hopefully we'll get that sorted and see what the M3 boys have got in store for us here. This is race 3 of the Revolution M3 Challenge, Revolution Race Gear M3 Challenge. We've got D-Flow off the line, cruising in second, and Brad Stickers 63 in third place. Revs engage, lights are ready. We are holding. Long hold here, and the lights are out, and away we go. We got 14 V8s. Yeah, a lot of smoke coming off the line there. Big bunch up from 2nd to 6th as they go into turn 1. Trying to sort it out there. Looks like everyone's done it quite nicely. Through S to centre. And
start, boys. Very good
onto
start.
the back straight. D-Flow again with a bit of a gap. Cruising trying to stick with him. In the Smart Grip BMW. Lockwood there also hunting as they come into turn 4. Let's check back in this battle pack here. We've got Janwell, we've got Darkside and Popsy, or side by side there, Janwell and Darkside. Guys are bunching up just a little bit on this first lap. It's a very, very tight track here in Interlagos. Guys having a big look there. Womble is trying to get past. Popsy as well, trying to get past.
Just trying to get that very important real estate.
Yep, that's it. So they've got 30 minutes, which is a little bit longer than they had last time. So they've got plenty of time to make some good moves. Have a look there at Darkside in 6th position. Not much change up there in the lead at the moment. Just guys trying to keep up with D-Flow, who's also looks like he's pulled out just a tad. Got Shies. Yeah. That's good. Shiza's made his way up to 8th position already, which is not bad from towards the back of the grid there. Womble's trying to stick with him. It's back up the front now with D-Flow in the Toro BMW out of the Lucky's Lawn Care garage.
Someone's having a big dive. He's still better of it. Up stickers on Lockwood there.
Yeah, I think Lockwood's got in front of him there. We've missed that. But It's very impressive from Lockwood. He's definitely got stickers right behind him. He's looking very aggressive, trying to get past and get that position back. That third position. Oh, he's just showing the nose. Just showing the nose. And Jen will also in the ambush. Yeah, he's making some progress there. Dark Side in the 4 Smash BMW. Ooh, just saw there Shiza making a move. Couldn't make it stick though. Not quite enough. Stickers having a look on the outside there. Oh, Popsy's a little bit wide too. I think Shiza's got a run on him here. Yeah, he's got a big run on him here. He'll look to get past him here at turn 1. They're fighting for it.
He's not making it easy. Oh, wow, look at that. That's awesome. What a move.
What a move. Let's see if we can catch that. So this is stickers here coming up the inside at turn 1 at Interlagos. Just around the outside, places that car perfectly and straight through the AEST centre. Very nice stuff there.
I must say that we're pretty bang on with our predictions here. This group here is bunched up. It's awesome.
Yeah, we've got Cruisin and D-Flow. It looks like Cruisin's just caught up a little bit to D-Flow, just slightly. We're about a second behind. Yeah. Just trying to stick with him.
Yeah, this mid-pack is hectic at the moment. There is battles everywhere.
Yeah, absolutely. That's where the action is in the moment. From third to pretty much last.
Oh, Womble with a penalty, 0.3.
Womble's got a big penalty there.
Where's he grabbed that from?
Well, Jen was just right on the back bumper of Lockwood. And yeah, PVS Ragged Edge BMW. These boys are not mucking around tonight.
Definitely not.
Bit of a flash of the lights there from Janwell. Wants to get past.
Womble, you got to burn that penalty somewhere, buddy. You'll burn it now.
Yeah, I think this main straight here is the one of the burn zones. Janwell having a look here on the outside at turn 1. No, thinks better of it. Tucks it back in.
Yeah, look at this little battle pack here with 4 cars. That's
4 or 5 cars coming through the AEST centre. And down into turn 4 and 5. Let's have a look. Some of these guys back in 6th and 7th here. Buffer was off the back as well. He's up into 8th now too, which is he's made some moves. Where a couple of guys have had a few offs there in the Green Beacon BMW for Red Miss Racing. Buffer's got a bit of pace. He was showing some pace there in practice, so we'll see if he can get a little bit further up the grid. Nice to see VF there as well in the second of the amwash cars. Partnered back up there with Janwell again after last season. Popsy's dropped right down to 10th position. This is a big surprise. He was mid-pack. Yeah, he must have. Same with Womble. Womble's down to, maybe they had a little bit of a tangle, quite possibly.
Meanwhile, Cruisin and D-Flow have just taken off, checked out.
Absolutely. Both coming through the AEST centre here. Cruisin is 4 seconds ahead of the Brad there in 3rd position, and he's almost 2 seconds behind D-Flow now. So D-Flow has definitely got the foot down, and Cruisin's just trying to stick with him. But he's also pulling away from the pack too. So these guys are in a bit of a class of their own now. Big test for Cruisin.
And he's got a penalty. He's got a big penalty.
So there with Lockwood, he's got a 5-second, 500th of a second penalty there, coming out of the turns 5 and 6 into 7 and 8 into 9. Yeah, he'll be burning that on the back straight there. Oh, he's just on the bumper there of Dark Side. Just give him a nudge.
Let him know he's there.
Just let him know he's there.
Oh, he's got a full locker wheel there on the board.
Yeah, also Buffer's got a penalty too, another 500th of a second penalty there. Dark Side's just pulled away now from Lockwood.
Just want to quickly note, Womble, surprised to see him down the back there.
Yeah, absolutely. Womble, we know, has got a bit of pace. He's a very, very aggressive driver, but he's definitely got the pace as those aluminium brakes light up there into turn 1. Check back in here with D-Flow. It's now out to a 2.3 second lead. Flying, cruising, also 5 seconds to the next. There in the Smart Group BMW. Stickers. Just got Janwell having a look here on the back now. These guys in the mid-pack, they're very, very busy tonight.
Oh yeah, they definitely got their work cut out for them. It's very close, very, very close indeed.
Yeah, absolutely. These cars here are all running the same BOP specs, which makes for very close racing, and that's what we want to see. Guys just running through Magilla here. That's turn 12 into turn 13.
Which is Junsao, which is
yes.
a pronunciation. I had to look it up.
We're doing well with our Spanish. Sorry, Portuguese at the moment.
Portuguese.
Yes.
Don't want to get them too mixed up.
No, we'll get in big trouble. Nice little battle here between third and fourth. Janwell's definitely in the tow here, but he's playing it safe. Just Brad's had a big moment there, but he's holding on side by side through Esther Senna, and Janwell slots back in again, and now that's given Dark Side a bit of a sniff as they head towards turn 4.
Here he goes. Here comes Janwell now.
Yeah, he's on the inside. He's having a big look. He's got him. He's got him. Beautiful move. Two for one. Brad's on the outside there. He's on the marbles, and he's got himself a penalty as well. He'll be spewing. That's some wild stuff there from these three. Yeah, big loss there from Brad. He will not be happy with that.
Just looking out in the lead, here's D-Flow. He's checking out from cruising now as well.
Oh yeah, he's pulled out to a very, very big lead here. He's definitely got the foot down. That Toro, he's got some pace in that Toro BMW. D-Flow, we've talked about it before. He's very much GT pace as he's cruising, but D-Flow is making a big statement here in this Revolution M3 Challenge.
You can definitely see him climb the ranks in no time, that's for sure.
Cruising, fitting here. The 19-minute mark. Just pitting for tyres, I think. So a couple of guys in now. Lockwood, Shizer, Cruising, Popsy.
Yeah, just a tyre stop. Yeah.
Just a tyre stop. Jan will Dark Side go around again, and Cruiser's got a slot in just behind them.
Very smart strategy, as I was explaining before. The tyres seem to wear out a lot more quicker here, especially on the front. So it's fuel you don't have to worry about, but definitely the tyres. So it's definitely a smart strategy for them to come in now and put some fresh rubber on and go out there and just hit it hard. Yeah,
absolutely. I think the guys tonight are running possibly either a 3 or a 4 stop, or that might be GT. Sorry, they might be on a 2 or 3 stop, I should say.
Or even like even on Suzuka last week, people
Cruising just showing the nose there.
As well.
Let's check back with the guys here in 6 VF here, just all by himself. We got Womble, and Lockwood behind him in 8th and 9th. Moth is running in 10th position. Not bad from the Moth there. He's playing with some big boys tonight. Like we said, these guys are mixed up. This is a mixed group here of both Group A and B drivers. Popsy again back in 12th. This is a big surprise. So Shiza in 11th. And we've got Excalibur here, just burning some pens in 13th there. A couple of boys in now.
Yeah, I reckon that he flows on one stop here. He's got plenty of cushion. Doesn't have to worry about anyone behind him. Just cruise along and just
No, not at all. Cruising, making some moves here on Janwell, coming out of turn 5 into 6. He's got around him easy. He's just showing that pace there, that GT pace from cruising down into turn 8 and 9. Stickers there hanging in there, he's doing alright. Very, very good practice pace from Stickers earlier tonight.
Yeah, he was actually keeping up pretty well with D-Flow there.
Yeah, he was. SPD BMW there from new Team Nitro. A little bit wiggly. Yeah, saved it though. A little bit wiggly. Might give VF just a little bit of a sniff in the air.
Oh, he's coming in. Here he goes.
And Stickers has come in. And also Bullfire has come in as well. Just checking with D-Flow up at the front there. Just absolutely putting the foot down. He's most likely on a one-stop here, so we'll see how that plays out later in the race.
I predict him coming in this lap.
Yeah.
I could be wrong, but split the race up into 2:15.5, so...
Yeah, most likely. How's he running for fuel and tyres there?
He has got just over quarter tank, and his front right is worn out. Actually, screw that. His right-hand side tyres are quite worn out, whereas his lefts are a bit not as much worn out. So it's quite interesting there.
We talked about the BMWs being really heavy on the front tyres. Yeah, they seem to be wearing the most. General there, Jim.
Here he comes. Here he comes.
So D-Flow's into the pits there. The Lucky's Lawn Care team gets to work. New Michelin rubbers onto that M3 and some fresh fuel. It's a big fuel up from D-Flow, enough to get home.
He's got the gym. His gym is just going to pass him.
Yeah, we'll see where he slots in as he exits the pits here. Onto Red Aposta. He slots into third position, just ahead of Lockwood. Cruising now in first position. He'll be looking to stretch it out as best he can. Put the foot down, and he'll be in for a bit of fuel and tyres. I think he's on a two-stop strategy, so his next pit stop's going to be the fuel and tyres. And Jan will very much have D-Flow right on him in no time, I would imagine.
Dark side on the back of Lockwood here for 4th and 5th.
Yeah, these guys are at it again. Lockwood just holding off Darkside. We know Darkside, the Bad Doctor, is very, very quick on a good day. Right in the toe here now, he'll be looking to make a move. He's very, very, very aggressive. He's looking left, he's looking right. Janwell pops into the pits there, and Darkside's on the outside. Can he make it stick?
No, he thinks
Not
he's better on that
quite.
one.
Just tucks it in, looking for a crisscross. Lockwood holds on this time. Now they're heading into turn 4 as they
It's not over yet.
stretch
It's not
down
over yet.
Reda
Here
Posta.
he comes.
He's on the inside. He's having a look. Tucks the nose in and
Yeah,
hooks it
with
into the
ease.
apex and makes that move stick.
Oh, there's a bit of a slide.
Lockwood's having a say as well. Oh, they're side by side now into turn 6 and 7. But Darkside just holds him off. Just got to put the car in the right position just so he can't get through on this another big braking zone here into turn 8. But he's made the move stick there. Very, very nice move there from the Bad Doctor. Lockwood's got to stick with him now.
Is he going to try and make a move on him here through Jinsao now? No, I don't think he's got enough. He just hasn't got enough to get him there.
No, it looks like Bad Doctor's just pulled away just a fraction. He's giving himself a bit of a breathing room there.
He's already got the
Cruising's in.
got the car placed right. He's already trying to make it hard for him. He hasn't even got to him yet.
So D-Flow has now passed Cruising, possibly. Cruising's filling up.
Oh, that's a big dive. Oh, big dive. And they've made a touch.
Yeah, they made a big touch there into turn 1. Just Lockwood's having a conversation here with with the Bad Doctor, sticking around. Cruising slots into 5th position here. Interesting. He's lost a bit of time there, I think, by the looks of it. Some of these guys haven't pitted yet, so he might be all right. Back up here with a battle between the Bad Doctor and Lockwood. The Bad Doctor's just trying to pull away now. He's up to almost a second.
A little bit of action here between Cruisin and Shizer, who's up to 4th. Good on him. Oh, now Cruisin's going to make a move on him now.
Yeah, he's making a
Here we go.
move.
Side by side, going up the straight here.
Cruiser's got a bit of a run onto through turn 15 onto the main straight.
But I don't think Shizer's going to have any of that.
No, he's just backed off a little bit, letting Cruisin cut through.
Oh, here he comes. Oh, he's going to make a big dive. No. Oh,
He's just tucks it in there. Cruisin be just a little bit sweaty after that one, I think. And also there in 5th and 6th too, Janwell and that is Brad too, having a good battle.
How's
Tapping
Bad
onto
Doctor
the.
sneaking up the second?
Yeah, he's done well. These boys have got 9 minutes to go. So there's still plenty of time, plenty of battles. Janwell makes a move on Shizer there. Sneaks through the inside. Shizer's definitely not happy. He's having a bit of a weave there in the background. Just trying to put the guys off, see if he can get back again. Oh, Brad's into the side. Oh!
Huge incident.
Yes,
Oh,
that is a
happy about
big shunt there from Brad into Shizer. Puts these guys back into the grasp of Buffer, who's made his way past them all into 5th position. Oh, who was that? That was VF there, sliding out into the background. Just lost control of the Airwash BMW. Darkside's
Dirty tyres. Not going to do him any good here.
no. Darkside's in. Cruisin and Jen will now back onto the back of him through the S to centre. stretching their legs down the Retta Posta into turn 4. Interlagos, I believe it's called. Trying to do my best Portuguese.
Yeah, it's close. Now jump to Ferradura with Cruisin and Jamwell here, battling for the podium spot, or what do you call it, runners-up spot rather.
Yeah, D-Flow's pulled away big time. He's bang on his strategy, and he was the man to beat.
He's already got to round 1, mate. He's already gone to round 1.
Yeah, that's correct. A bit of screeching back in 5th and 6th, I think. I can hear them.
Yep.
Dark side.
Bad Doc having a run at each other here, while Lockwood's also trying to get past Stickers, so it's a bit of a three-way battle here.
Yeah, bit of three-way battle. Bit of three-way action, which is what we like to see. Down into turn 12. Oh, Stickers is way wide. Way wide there out of turn 12.
And that's going to give Dark Side a big sniffy.
Yeah, he's got a big run on Lockwood too. I think Lockwood might have
especially.
Just second guessed it. Oh, is he going to have a big lunge here into turn 1? Oh, he's just trying to squeeze through and hold off Lockwood.
He's got it done on Lockwood.
These boys aren't mucking around tonight. Beautiful Interlagos here in Sunrise. Dark Side's now having a look, another big look, big lunge as the brake disc light up there into turn 4 and 5. Very nice couple of moves there from the Bad Doctor. He'll be very happy with that. Lockwood's having a sniff there at the back of Stickers. Yeah, it's just a little bit of a bump there. Oh, shows no elbows out and pushes his way through there. Very aggressive, but fair move there from Lockwood. This is it's a good initiation there for Stickers in the SPD Team Nitro BMW. New boy on the grid. He's doing very well for himself. Five minutes to go now in this 30-minute Revolution Race Gear M3 Challenge. Let's have a look at the grid.
Jamwell having a look. No, he's thought better of it. Cruising shut the door on him as well.
So we got D-Flow there at the moment in first position, out to a massive 16-second lead. Cruising there with Janwell all over him at the moment in the Smart Grip BMW. These guys heading to a big braking zone here. Oh, Janwell just puts the brakes on, just pulls it up. Very nice driving there from Janwell. Janwell in the Anwash FPC machine there. It's a long way back to Dark's side, Bad Doctor there in the Forbes Smash BMW. Lockwood in 5th. We got Stickers in 6th. VF in 7th. We got Buffer, which is a bit of a surprise. He's got a bit of pace. Mr. Buffer in 8th. Shiza is just trying to work his way up there, but I don't think he's got enough. He had to come from quite a fair way back there in the black light. Is it?
There.
No, it's not black light. It's CP BMW.
Yeah, it's the counter punch beamer.
Let's see. Womble there in 10th. The Moth in 11th. Excalibur with Popsy right behind him. These guys having a bit of battle here in 12th and 13th. This is the best thing about BOP actually, is that it doesn't really matter where you are on the grid. If you can find someone with you, you're going to have a good battle.
Yeah, which is just circulating through the racetrack here, and yeah, just everyone from at every position just having a good battle. So that's just good to see. Jamwell's had a pit, has he? Yeah, he has.
Yeah, Jamwell just pitted. So that's given Cruisin some nice breathing room there. Guys just slotting back into the positions they were looks like these strategies were pretty on point tonight. Everyone's sort of spaced out now, kind of running to their own numbers at the moment. VF there had a bit of an off, I do believe, lost a bit of rear grip and slid off the track, but he's managed to keep 7th position.
Wolfer's got a penalty here, 0.4.
He's going to have to burn that on the back straight. Got some of these guys keep picking up a couple of penalties, just stretching the track limits there.
We got Darkside just slowly ranging up to the back of Jamble, just easily getting up there.
Yeah, he's definitely got the eyes on here. Big break into turn 1.
Jamble's got Paul Carr under him at the moment, so
yes, he does. He pitted, put some fresh rubber on, some fresh Michelin rubber. But we know how good the Bad Doctor's been here at turn 4. He's made about 3 or 4 moves already. Oh, he's just huge under brakes there.
No, he's just trying to keep it steady.
Tucks it back in.
Tucks
it in, but he's definitely a demon on the brakes there into turn 4. Lockwood also, I think these guys might be just holding up themselves just a tad, and Lockwood may have a last minute say.
Yeah, if they keep on tit for tat here, he'll definitely have a sniff.
Bad Doctor's right behind Janwell now, coming into the last couple of turns here. Turn 12 and 13, just blowtorching that back bumper of Janwell.
He's definitely not making it easy for him, that's for sure.
He's going to be right in tow here.
He's going to have a run here now.
Oh, he's got a big run on him now. Side by side, heading down the main straight.
Yeah, he's about 5 kilometres faster than him.
Oh, that big bump there.
Oh.
Big bump into the side of each other.
He's got one more lap to sell.
And Jen was just crisscrossing behind there.
Oh, is he going to make a big move? No,
he thinks better of it. Lucky for Darkside there. He makes a nice run work into turn 1, and that puts him into 3rd position. Some of these boys at the back here finishing up. This will be the final lap here for D-Flow. So he's put on a masterclass here in the Toro BMW.
Yep, it's basically a copy and paste effort from Suzuka. He just really put everyone on notice who's in BMW Group A.
Yeah, absolutely. So,
he's got good luck everyone that's racing there. So.
He's got massive pace, and he knows how to use it. Last couple of turns here for D-Flow. He's put on a big show here for everyone. Massive congratulations to D-Flow as he heads towards the finish line.
As you see, cruising 17 seconds behind, just come through Junsao now.
Flashes the lights there. Well done to D-Flow, cruising there. Not a bad drive from cruising. Just a bit off the pace. I think he might be just not showing all of his cards yet, but we'll see.
We've got Darkside and Jamwell here, coming up the 3rd and 4th. Just coming up last corner now.
Darkside and
Darkside. Very good drive from Darkside.
It was very, very good.
You'd be pretty pumped about that.
He was quite far back, I think, from the start, so not bad from him. Janwell in 4th position, Lockwood in 5th. Very, very solid drive there from the Ragged Edge racer, and Brad finishes in 6th.
Parked it. He's like, nah, bad enough.
Nice little race there from these Revolution Race Gear boys in their M3s. But it was D-Flow that took the cake, as they say.
All for himself.
That is race 3 for the Revolution Race Gear M3 Challenge. Run and done. D-Flow takes the top spot with a very, very dominant performance. just a quick little recap there from the M3 Challenge. Again, D-Flow takes the top spot, cruising in second. We've got the Bad Doctor there with a very, very, very nice drive, probably the drive of the day with some spectacular moves. In third position, Janwall in fourth, we got Lockwood in fifth, we got Brad in sixth position, VF in seventh, we got Buffer in eighth, we got Shiza in ninth, Womble, big surprise in 10th, the Moth in 11th, another big surprise from Popsy in 12th, and Excalibur in 13th position. The fastest lap went to D-Flow with a 31.1, a 1:31.1. That is very, very quick for a race lap.
It's just a full credit to D-Flow, man. It's it's just another reminder that he's not here to do any knitting. He's here to win races and probably win a championship. So it's definitely a big statement from him.
Yeah, absolutely. He's shown his cards, and he is here to win. That's for sure. So the GT boys are warming up their engines. Also here at Sector 1, at Interlagos, the GT1 boys have an hour to race tonight. Last week they were running 30 minutes, so a little bit shorter, but I'm sure these guys are keen to go the full distance tonight.
Yeah, definitely, man. Some fast operators out there, so it'll be very interesting to watch, see how they go against the old guard.
Do we have a Mr. Troy back with us?
Yes, I'm here.
Hello.
Sorry, I'm just zoning out at the moment. I've been listening to all the commentary and I've just been zoning out. But I'm back.
Good to hear. Good to hear you're awake, mate.
I've only got another hour to go.
That's it. It was a really nice race there from all drivers in the M3 Challenge. Hopefully we can get another good race here with the GT guys.
I think we're gonna. I think there's some really fast operators out here, and there's a few that haven't even been practicing, so hopefully they know what they're doing and they're going to throw down some fast lap times as well.
Yeah, absolutely. So we're just about to cross now to Interlagos, and back to the track there, and we'll get qualifying underway.
We're just waiting for a couple of drivers couldn't. Oh, one pulled out, one jumped in that wasn't on the list for that, and then few and far between, but we've got one person coming in to fill the grid. We'll be ready to go after that.
No worries. It's good to have some reserve drivers there as we do, filling up the spots. Nice to see guys putting their hands up and jumping in. What do you reckon tonight? Any guys showing some pace there in the practice?
Yeah, just the usual suspects.
Usual suspects, the VLXs, the who else have we got there with the Johns, the Diegos?
Well, the VLX hasn't even been out yet, I don't think. He's only just come out onto the track. Knuckles is the surprise one. He's got a very fast Ferrari. But then you've got the likes of Speedy Tyres and John and Diego. They're all up the front and they're all not far from each other, but Diswood's taken the fastest lap again, and he's proven that he's going to be something to be reckoned with. Yeah,
Diswood. I forgot about Diswood. He was last week at Guinness Acre. He did his fast lap on the first lap of qualifying and sat in the pits for a while just to see what everyone else was doing. So he's not mucking around there. And as you said, it'll be interesting to see how this Ferrari goes too. There was a bit of a talk earlier on that it has quite a lot of speed. which is really nice to see from a MR car.
Yeah, it's good to see the MR back on the track. I know I didn't agree with one bit of the MRs, but Knuckles seems to have a hold of it, and I think the latest update's done it pretty good too.
Yeah, absolutely. It's definitely nice to see at least one MR car on the grid. We were surprised that we didn't see something like the Porsche on the grid as well. It has a lot of pace too, but yeah, if these guys can make it work, they'll be very, very happy with their choice.
Yeah, I think the Porsche might not have been just picked because I don't think it had the pace to really run. I don't know, that's my opinion anyway, to really run with these GTRs and Mercedes. And
yeah, it lacks a little bit of a top end speed, and we know the GTRs and the M6s, they definitely have a lot of top speed there.
Righto, we've just got our last driver. As soon as he enters the grid, we will be starting qualifying.
Very nice. Tonight's GT race, as always, is sponsored by Aussie Hampton. Thanks to the Moth there for putting his hand up to sponsor the big race. Interlagos is a bit of a fast track, but also a bit of a technical track in some of these sections. That sector 2 is a bit of a nightmare if you're not paying attention.
Yeah, down through for me, if you don't get that corners 4 and 5 right, which is Largo, I think it's called. Yeah, if you hit that curb on the outside easily, straight off, get a penalty.
Yeah.
You're down half a second straight away. Then the next section is still through the what do you call it? Through the next bit, the S's through the next section.
Yes.
You've got to get all that right to be able to put a lap together.
Yeah, the key for Interlagos is to make sure these corners flow nicely. If you're off the line just slightly, you will start to feel it in the tyres. You'll start to feel it in the rear ends of some of these cars as well, as they slide into the turns.
All right, quali is underway.
That's right, folks. Qualifying is underway here at Interlagos for Sector 1 GT. Let's see what these guys can do. We saw a massive time there from D-Flow in the BMW, so these guys better pull their fingers out.
Oh, these guys are absolutely blowing the doors off this track. They're almost into the 129, so
oh my goodness.
hopefully we can see that in the quali session.
Yeah, that is very, very quick for a BFP spec car. So some of these boys out now. Let's take a look at some of the field here. We've got Scotty G in the Bez Media Supra for CP, that I think is Cornerstone. We got Berry in the Forgotten Island Brewery M6. Diswood in the Green Beacon M6. We've got Diego in the Cool Drive Aston Martin V12 Vantage. We got Knuckles in the Lucky's Lawn Care Toro Ferrari. We have John here in the first of the Anwash FPC GTRs. One we haven't seen yet race, that is CB Racing Chris in the Revolution Race Gear Mercedes AMG. We got Lucky from Lucky's Lawn Care in the second of the Toro Ferraris. We got VLX in the second Anwash FPC GTR. We've got got Black Project in the Lexus, the Quiet Deeds Lexus. What team is he from?
Switchblade.
Switchblade, that's right. We haven't seen any Switchblade drivers, I believe, or not many in this pre-season so far. Last couple of guys, we've got Speedy Tyres in the Smart Grip Supra. We got Morgan Davies in the second of the Switchblade Lexus RCFs, and we've got the big man DB007 in the CP Aston Martin there, the Next Level Racing CP Aston Martin.
So,
big field tonight.
Just because it's a test stream.
Yeah.
Apparently you got to take the information off the screen.
Ah, yes, I do. There you go.
But, back to the racing. I think Diswood is going to be another hard one to beat.
Yeah,
he was putting down some amazing times in practice. VLX straight to the top, so he's definitely got the speed. Sorted that GTR out. Yeah,
he sorted it out big time, man. Berry into second, Lucky into third, CB Chris into fourth, which is not bad from a bit of an unknown. Let's see what some of these other boys have got. Just winding up the M6.
Can take the number boards off too.
All right.
Barry's actually surprising because he wasn't that far up the front in practice, but he's pulled out a ripper lap for his first practice lap.
There we go. We got it. We got it, Sean. If you're watching, good doctor. We got it. Everything's under control.
I think we might see a good race out of Speedy Tyres tonight.
Yeah,
I think the Supra might actually be suiting this track.
He's definitely hoping for a good result there out of Dynamite Racing. Couple of rough starts from Speedy Tyres. He's definitely got some pace to get it up there. So VLX is in. Morgan Davies. Just having a look at him as he heads through turns 8 and 9.
Speedy Tyres has got the qualifying. Can't come up with the words when you need it the most, but when he comes out in qualifying, he sits on that first gear and he's on the rev limiter trying to get that fuel usage down.
Oh, he's burning the fuel, yeah.
Burning the fuel down to get that fast lap.
You can see him just off there as Diego goes past sister team there, Team Nitro, as he passes Dynamite Racing. Speedy Tyres just off burning some fuel, as we said.
So Morgan's put the Lexus up into second. So that's a good sign for the Lexus for this track. Yeah,
well, there was a bit of a talk earlier about the Lexus being a bit of a pig of a car, but some of these guys, including yourself, have sort of shown that it's very, very capable, even if it does lack a bit of top-end speed.
Yeah, like it shows good mid-corner for my driving style anyway, but it just lacks a little bit of the straight line speed compared to some of the others.
Yeah, that's true. I noticed also in test driving last season too that it was one of those cars that just lacked that slight top end.
It's nice to drive though.
It is a very, very planted car, the Lexus. So a couple of these boys pitting now at the 8-minute mark. Just putting in some fresh rubber on, some fresh Michelin rubber.
And we got the two Ferraris up in third and fourth, so they're showing pace. They're going to try and get this MR cracking for the top.
We talked about the Ferrari speed, and in the practice it was showing just how nimble it is as well. So this kind of a track suits a Ferrari, as did Suzuka.
Yeah, with the hour-long race, I mean, we're probably going to see whether or not it's going to be a long stint kind of car, or if it's going to have to pit for tyres, because I think it wears its tyres pretty quick and they fall off pretty quick. So
yeah, that's the big question with Ferrari. Big question with Ferrari is that can it last the distance? Just having a look there at chat there, and Dadson has just come out of surgery today, back surgery. So hopefully everything's good there, mate, and hopefully you get well soon. Surgery is not fun for anything. VLX still in the lead as he comes into the pits there for Anbush FPC. Just hanging on there, 300th of a second at the moment.
So DB007 as well, he hasn't put a lap in today. A couple of the boys jumped out of the race. One had a net problem and the other one wasn't quite sure if he could make it, so he's jumped in with no practice, so we can see how he goes as well in the Aston Martin.
Yeah, absolutely. We know that he knows that car very, very well. He's driven it quite a lot in FIA racing. Took it to the World Tour actually, and didn't do too bad, I think, in the Aston Martin.
As he goes purple in the first sector.
Let's have a look here at DB. Let's see what he can do. We can jump on board there with the counterpunch racer, I believe. Down into turn 8, lines it up to turn 9. Got to keep the mid-corner speed here and exit nicely. Brake hard for turn 11, and down into Makulo. Really put the power down there, get as much traction as you can.
He's still going purple. This could be the top of the lead here.
This could be.
And the Aston's no slouch in a straight line.
No, that's it. See what he can do. He's coming up on the last turn here. Just winding up that Aston, getting that V12 engine going. Tucks it into the wall. And up into third, not quite enough. So VLX, Speedy's up into second position. Nice bit of driving there from the Dynamite racer.
I think we're going to see Diego come out with a good lap, and this one, because in practice they were both up there with this right down the low 130s.
Absolutely. This is starting to get down to happy hour now for these GT drivers. We'll start to see some times dropping. Morgan Davies there with a 30.6. So yeah, you were right. They're starting to push the low ends of the 30s into the 29s.
I think we will see a 29. Once that GDR or the Supra get down with low fuel, they're an absolute bullet.
Yeah, 100%.
And the Aston, can't leave out the Aston.
These cars have a lot of top end speed. GTR, Supra, Aston Martin, M6 as well, and the AMG all have good top speed. So
Scotty G up into fourth.
Yeah, nice one from Scotty G. Just knocked off again by Knuckles, just as we say that. So VLX now coming across the line. Let's see what he puts in.
Oh, he goes a little bit quicker.
A little bit quicker. Speedy tyres now. What has he got to say? Can't improve. Can't beat VLX there. And DB is pitted. So Knuckles there with a bit of a penalty, but nicely slots into fourth position. Scotty G also would be very very happy with 5th at the moment. I think he's had a couple of shocking races, so to say. So he'd be very happy with that.
Yeah, well, this is where we're coming back to. Some cars are track dependent of where they drive for most people's driving styles. I guess that they suited to some tracks and not others. These cars, so
absolutely. The BOP, the big thing with the BOP is that these cars are quite even, and this will make some of the cars very track dependent. There are a few all-rounders, but a lot of these cars are track dependent, and it also does come down to knowing your driving style and how to best manage some of these cars' weaknesses and strength as well.
Probably going to start seeing everyone about now coming in for their last pit stop for tyres.
Yeah, our front runner VLX is also in. You can see now some of these boys just getting some fresh boots on. DB is just running. I think he's just winding up now, possibly.
Well, Speedy, with the way he does his strategy for qualifying, he's definitely used a lot more fuel.
That's good. That's very
fuel in.
That's very good for Speedy. Seems to have a good little strategy there for qualifying. See if it pays off. So I think these guys are just winding up now for one last crack.
Yeah. It takes about obviously a minute and 30 to get around. We've only got under a minute and 10 left, so this will be it for most people once they hit the start finish line.
Yeah,
their last lap.
So we're just having a look here at VLX in the Anwash FPC. The GTR, he's heading down 12 and 13. Can he get this? Can he keep this GTR, this FPC GTR, up in first position? VLX is also a player, a very quick driver.
Lucky moves up into 5th.
Lucky into 5th, so we got 4th and 5th for the Toro Ferraris. VLX crossing the line now. What's he got? Ooh, he just holds it there, just stays. So Speedy's next across the line. He's got Diego in front of him. Diego into 4th. Speedy stays in 2nd place. And DB just crossed the line now, up into 1st place. 200th of a second in front of VLX there. Very nice from DB in the counterpunch Aston Martin. So DB, VLX, Speedy Tyres, Diego, and the 2 Ferraris. Scotty G in 7th, Morgan Davies in 8th at the moment. That looks like that's it.
I think we're going to see a ripple lap here from VLX if he's going to try and beat that time.
So they've got one more lap to go in qualifying. Barry with a 30.7. Diswood into 2nd. Just jumps up there in the M6.
VLX is about to cross the line.
Yep,
He's still purple on the last sector.
VLX is purple. He is coming past turn 15.
Lucky
Just hugs. Good job. VLX crosses the line in 1st position.
129.
Yeah, that's it. Stonking lap there from VLX. Very quick there in the FBC GTR.
What's DB got? Can he beat it?
Just crossing the line now.
Get it? No.
Not quite.
And that's going to be it.
Not bad. Not a bad try from DB, but VLX there just too strong in the GTR.
Yeah, once you get that GTR down in the low fuel, it's just top end pull is ridiculous.
Yeah. So it's a very, very hard charger, that GTR.
There we go. 1 hour.
1 hour of power for the S1-GT powered by Aussie Hampton. 60 minutes of action, 14 drivers taking on the might of Brazil tonight. Beautifully decked out cars, some big players up the front, revs starting to engage, and the lights are ticking over.
We'll probably see the GTR a bit slower off the grid here to compare to the other ones.
The boys are away, heading down into turn 1 there. Oh, the AMG gets a rocket start off the line there out the back. Ferraris as well, all over the back of the Astons and the GTRs, getting swamped there for a couple of the mid-pack drivers. DB out into first position, Lucky into second, and Diswood into third position. Speedy down into 7th, lost a couple of positions off the line there. That's that super turbo lag. Turns 4, 5, or a bit of a bump there from Diswood into the back of Lucky in the Ferrari there. Everyone's side by side here. We've got Speedy and Diego in the back there, just having a conversation with each other. 2 aim-wash cars, line and stern into turn 8 and 9.
I think we're missing someone here. Only got 13 on the grid.
Someone stalled on the line, possibly. Well, Speedy's just losing chunks of positions here. He's just needs to settle down. Lucky's just holding up Diswood. Yeah, Hardsoft has just left, unfortunately. He'll be very disappointed with that. Hardsoft. Sucks to see some guys dropping out there at any point. Down into turn 1 after the first lap. No, we've got Diswood right at the back of VLX here. Oh, he's just wide out of the EST centre. VLX having a look here at Lucky. That GTR is just going to demolish that Ferrari in a straight line. Gets the move done easy.
Hasn't taken him long to jump back up into second.
No, that GTR has massive straight line speed, and he just makes it work there. You can see the second Anwash car just you know, putting the nose in, just weaving at the back there.
Making sure everyone can see him in his revision mirrors.
That's it. He was just
trying to good in the MR.
Yeah, he's doing really well. You can see he's under huge amounts of pressure here from the front and the back. He's trying to keep up there with the GTR whilst trying to pull away from Diswood in the M6. We've got Knuckles there too in the 6th position in the second Toro Ferrari, which is also doing very, very well. Speedy's just hanging in there in 7th now. He's settled down, it looks like. He's got Morgan Davies, who's a very fast operator, behind him. Just trying to tack on to the back. Second of the Green Beacon M6s. What have you got for me, Troy? Bit of goss.
That's right. I was putting 2 and 2 together and it didn't work out, so I kind of went for no reason.
Don't worry, I do that all the time. It's hard. Sometimes it's hard to put 2 and 2 together. Yeah, again, John, just showing the strength of the GTR there. That straight line speed, just blowing past these cars there. Oh, got this one. Oh, it's carnage! Absolute carnage there at turn 5. Diswood and John both coming together and sending each other wide. So now we're looking at Lucky and Diego just side by side through into turn 8. Just can't quite get the nose in front there in the Toro Ferrari. So Diego is up to 8th positions. Big battle pack back here.
I was thinking with Scotty G putting in, I think he wasn't far off being in the top 5 earlier in the qualifying session. I thought he might have been a little bit closer to the front. Seems to still be struggling with that super a little bit.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, Lucky's had a drama too. Oh, sorry, we'll go back. That was part of the John crash in turn 4, was it?
Yeah, I think so. He might have got tangled up there.
Tangled up, yeah.
These guys here are just having some really good battles here. We've got Speedy onto the back of Morgan Davies now in 3rd and 4th after that tangle, and he's having a big look here into turn 4. Just thinks better of it, tucks it back in, plays it safe. Got an hour to go. Oh, he's really wide there out of turn 5. As we look at the train of cars heading up into
the gap's just starting to open between DB and VLX. So I'm not sure if one's fuel saving or not. They're both running very similar times though.
Yeah, the talk of the town is that there's going to be either a 3 or a 4 stop. I'd say I don't think anyone's going to be doing, definitely not 1 stops and definitely not 2 stops. It'd be crazy to do that, I think. So some of these guys will be fuel saving.
Depends how long the pit takes, as opposed to if you can make a 4th one work, but normally it overpowers the time it takes to have a pit to actually just hold on to your fuel save.
Yeah, absolutely. The key to a good fuel save is to make sure that you're running to your own numbers. You're not getting caught up in battles. You're not worrying about the cars ahead or behind you. You're just playing to yourself.
Well, Knuckles and Speedy are having a bit of a fight.
Yeah, big fight here for our 4th and 5th. Speedy
Knuckles just got the inside.
Just got him, just heading out of the Estes Centre, and now into turn 4. A couple of guys in the chat saying 2 stops don't work. They've been there, they've done that. Speedy's he's having a good battle tonight. It's good to see the Supra up towards the pointy end after a couple of shocking rounds.
Yeah, it's also good to see the Lexus up the front.
Yeah, absolutely. Morgan Davies in the Switchblade Quiet Deeds Lexus there, just quietly having a nice little race. We know that everyone was talking about how the Lexus was a no-show, but it's very, very much showed up tonight.
So we're starting to see VLX is just starting to use the car more to keep in contact with DB007. So hopefully by the end of the stint, DB will probably have a better car than VLX. So when they get on the pits, it's going to be probably a bigger gap coming out.
Yeah, absolutely. We saw shades of this at Laguna Seca last week. That some of these guys were pushing really hard to catch up to some of these top drivers, trying to keep in the tow. And as we said just earlier, running to these kind of strategies, you want to be playing to your own numbers and not focusing on these battles, because you're just going to end up using the car, and cars like the GTR and the Aston Martin, if they lose their tyre grip, then they're just going to be all over the place. It's become a nightmare to drive.
The GTR gets really taily out of corners once you start wearing tyres, and once you get into a slide, it's hard to control it.
Yeah.
It makes all its torque and lower the RPM, so it's even if you click the next gear up, it's kind of just producing too much torque for the gear it's in anyway, so it makes it worse.
Nice slide on there from DB out of turn 12. Just getting on the grass a little. Let's check back in here with some of these battles. Got Speedy now has dropped just back a few positions. I think he's lost a spot to Berry. might be just in fuel save mode as he tacks onto the back, and we watch the Supra. Oh, he's trying to squeeze past there, just pushing his way through, saying, "Let me get past. I've got too much speed. Can't slow this car down."
The Supra's using a lot of tyre.
Yeah, that's probably not a good sign there for Speedy.
Well, he's using a lot of car to keep up, one of the two.
Yeah. Just checking back there with we've got CB Chris and we've got Diego all over the back of him now, heading into the 6 and 7. That's the Ferradura. He's having a look. Very really aggressive. He's got him. Yeah, Diego's showing some really good speed in the Cool Drive Aston Martin. Big sponsor there for our Team Nitro Cool Drive, also for Powerhouse there with Revolution Race Gear. Some big names here in Sector 1, which is really good to see.
I'm not sure if DB's slowing down, but the gap is now closed down to 1 second.
Yeah, he's definitely dropped off the pace here. Just a tad. He's just in cruise mode, I think. I think we saw last week at Laguna Seca that he was just in cruise mode towards the back end of the race, mid race, back end, just running to his own numbers.
The front two have left the field. They're 6 seconds or 5.5 seconds in front. Morgan's running a pretty good race in third in the Lexus, with Knuckles not far behind him, so it's pretty evenly matched for car speed with everyone bar the front two.
Yeah, that's it, and that's the thing that we wanted with the regulation changes here at Sector 1. That BOP really evens out the field, and like we talked about, you know, it just comes down to drivers putting in the effort, putting in the practice, and really getting a feel for their cars and making the most out of them.
Do you think we're going to see a really out there strategy? Like, Knuckles is pretty well known for his fuel save and tyre life. Are we going to see the first of the MRs maybe do a stop less than the rest?
Could be very interesting. I'm not sure. 2 stop would be pretty on the edge around here, I would say. But you never know. We've seen stranger things happen.
I'm just looking at some of the fuel usages down the list, and Knuckles is still on half a tank, and the rest. Berry's not too far from Knuckles, but the rest are down on the third of a tank left. So
we're seeing the first of the stoppers now. So CB and Speedy both in. Possibly a four stop from these guys.
Well, we can only play out and see what they do.
That's it. Diego's fan club there in chat saying Diego's climbing the ladder. He's doing very well. One of the thousands of Diego's fan club. That Toro, that black Toro BMW, that black Toro Ferrari is very, very stunning on track. Very, very nice looking car.
And I think Knuckles himself might have made that livery.
Yeah, it's a good looking car. So it's making its move on the track too. So we got Diego and Berry there. Just working on each other. Berry's trying to pull away in the Forgotten Island M6, and Diego in the Cool Drive Aston Martin just trying to tack on the back there and put him under pressure.
Well, we're only just coming up to the 15-minute mark of the race, and we've already seen a pit stop, and a lot of cars are drinking fuel like it's a Saturday afternoon barbecue.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh, Diego with a shows the nose there into turn 1, just tucks it back in. Diego's been showing some awesome performance. Just as I say that, as he just slides out of turn 3. But yeah, he's been showing some good speed there in.
Oh, he's got a penalty as well.
Oops. Yeah, he's picked up a penalty. It's very, very harsh on the penalties around Interlagos. You got to be on the racing line. Got to be precise.
Keep one wheel on the curb.
That's it. Even just for strategy too, like this track, if you're off the line, you're gonna wear the tires big time. You're gonna end up using more car. You're gonna end up slowing down.
I think Speedy might have just pitted for tyres because it doesn't look like he's put any fuel in. So that's another strategy on its own.
It's just doing something just slightly different. Speedy there. He was talking about it before the race, trying to figure out what he would do. A little bit wiggly on the exit there of turn 12. He's trying to get his head around this Supra. It's a bit of a beast to drive. A little bit wild, I think, in certain situations. But it has a lot of top end speed.
The start of the race, we've seen Diswood back down in 13th, and I'm not sure if there was an issue there, but at the moment he's still running a third of a tank of fuel. I don't think he's even pitted yet, and he's probably going to be the one that does the 2-stopper the best.
Yeah, so we might actually see a 2-stop. Diswood, he might have changed up his strategy too. He had a big coming together with John, I think it was, or VLX, one of the ANWASH cars, just as same corner as they just went past as well, both sending each other wide. So he might be the first of the 2-stoppers. Very interesting.
And we're seeing the Lexus at the top of the grid.
Something we never thought we'd see there. Morgan Davies in the Switchblade Lexus.
Not just that, we've just seen Speedy Tyres run the fastest lap of the race and almost in a 1:29 in a race lap. With a 1:30.2.
So some big surprises here from the Sector 1 GT boys. Just keeping us on our toes.
And it looks like VLX has got out in front of DB as well.
Yes, he has. Just noticed that too. Maybe a bit of a nice bit of fuel saving there from VLX. Just
I
over.
think VLX might have short-filled a little bit.
Quite possibly. Oh, he's a bit tail happy out of there.
DB's running over just over 3/4 of a tank, and VLX is just under, so you probably put a little bit less in, just to keep get the undercut.
Yeah. He's I'd say he's trying to get a stretch of a lead on DB there, but you can clearly see that DB in the background there is just having no part of that and just running very, very solidly in that Aston Martin. Speedy now, they're just ranging up to the back of Speedy, and he might hold them up a little bit here. It's definitely not on their pace at the moment, even though he's done the fastest lap.
Berry's another one. He hasn't pitted. He's got no tyres left. He's under a quarter of a tank of fuel, but he's going to make the 20-minute mark. So that's a 2-stopper in my books.
So some of these guys, well, this is the BMWs too. So maybe the BMWs are all on a 2-stop. Interesting to see. I thought we'd see mostly 3 stops, mostly 4 stops. Couple of nice battles up here in the front. Berry, Speedy. He's just pulled away from DB, who's got in front of VLX there. So might have got a bit of a toe down the main straight, as Speedy is doing now. Just pulling it up there, tucking it behind that M6.
It's going to be interesting to see where we're not really going to see it until all the stints are played out, strategy, sorry, but it'd be interesting to see how the two-stopper stacks up here.
Yeah, exactly. This is what we want to see. Look at this. Look at this. Top 4 cars at the moment just having an absolute cracker of a battle at the 40-minute mark. These guys still have 40 minutes left to race.
And this is only helping Barry every little bit because he needs them to stay behind him for his pit stops.
Yep, absolutely. So this is playing into Barry's cards at the moment. I wonder if they're aware of it. I'd say...
It's also slowly bringing Knuckles back into the game. He's slowly coming back down from that 6-second gap. You
can see him in the background now in that black Ferrari. Look at these guys now just tucking into the toe. Speedy will have most likely the advantage here. Oh, boys, they're in. So Speedy and Barry into the pits there.
Yeah, so I think that's bang on the 20-minute mark, and that's Barry is two-stopping.
So Barry's two-stopping. Speedy at the moment is either 3 or 4 stopping. So
yeah, I think the tyre life for Speedy's his down factor.
Yeah, he's definitely using more car to keep up with these guys at the moment. VLX now just trying to keep up there with DB. These boys are the top drivers at the moment. They've got the pace, and they're showing how to use it.
I believe both these two drivers race a lot together in FIA, so they should be used to each other. Yeah,
absolutely. We talked about DB. I'm not sure. I'm not 100% sure if VLX has been to any World Tours. I know that DB has, but yeah, they both are very, very good FIA drivers. Knuckles there doing a nice stint in 3rd position there, just hanging that Ferrari in there.
So I think Knuckles might be 3 stopping, but he's short filled to stay in 3rd. He's only got half a tank.
He's got his team boss behind him in the 2nd of the Toro Ferraris. Another nice drive there from Knuckles. It's really good to see these Ferraris up this high as well.
Scotty G up into 6th.
Yeah, nice drive from Scotty there. I'm happy with that. As he just gets passed by Diego.
But he was way back. He was down in 11th, I think. So he's made a few spots. Diego was right down in 11th after the tangle up with John.
So these boys might have got a little bit of a pit stop advantage here and there. Some of these guys might be a bit out of place, but he must blast his way past CB Chris there. Another nice move from Diego, putting a big performance in that Cool Drive Team Nitro Aston Martin.
It looks like the Merc just understeers a little bit too much, and the Aston is pretty nimble around corners, so I'm guessing through the tight stuff the Merc's just fallen off.
Yeah, you can just see it's a little bit unsettled as it comes out of some of these corners. We know it's an all-rounder, but it does have some weaknesses. And yeah, Scotty G, good little drive from Scotty G there. He's a B-class driver. As we've said before with the M3s, that this is a mixed group of Group A and Group B drivers, so it's a lot of different paces across the field. So it's good to see some of these guys having a good battle with people they might not normally race as well.
So Diego's got 6.5 seconds to Lucky in the Ferrari.
Yeah, it's a bit of a gap.
To see, how the Ferraris go for tyre life, because it's starting to look like the rears, like it was for the McLaren for me. The rears go first, and then it becomes a little uncontrollable.
Yeah, absolutely.
As he slides out the corner.
Yeah, nice slide on there from Diego. We've got another battle here between John and Morgan Davies, the Amwash FPC GTR, and the Switchblade Lexus just sticking its nose in, just trying to get a crisscross on here as he pulls in front of him into turn 11 there. Makes the move stick. Nice move there from Morgan Davies. Just showing that Lexus is quite a good handling car.
Yeah, well, we've seen with Brian last season. He could put it on the podium if he wanted to. So it's not a slow car. I think you just got to get used to driving it.
Yeah, absolutely. It's what this series comes down to. It's just these drivers putting in the practice, getting the feel for their cars, and making it work when they can, playing to their advantages, as they say.
So here's where all the pit stop strategies are coming into play now, because Scotty G was just up in 5th or 6th, and now he's back down in 11th. So this is the strategy starting to take place.
Yeah, you can see it just lining up slightly. Stars are lining just slightly. So still at the front here, we've got DB and VLX battling with each other. They're only 0.05 of a second behind one another, but they've got a whopping lead to third position.
Yeah, they're just pulling away from Knuckles now. Knuckles is really using the car really well. When you look at Lucky, his rear tyres are just shot, and Knuckles has still got fairly decent average between all the tyres, so he's driving that car pretty nice and sedately.
Exactly. You can definitely tell that Knuckles is putting the foot down compared to Lucky. Different strategies. You would think that they would be on similar strategies. Maybe they're just testing a couple of different things out, seeing what works the best for this car. It's a bit of an unknown, this one.
I'm not sure how many people put in a great deal of laps for this test race, but you can tell the people that have done a few, because they're absolutely used to this track, I should say. They're just leaving people behind, and I think just today Knuckles and Lucky put their hand up to race, so I'm not sure how many laps they actually got in.
Well, they're doing not too bad if that's the case. Very, very good job there from both Ferrari drivers. Just checking back in here with this mid pack 5 to 6 to 7. Sorry.
Yeah, Diego's definitely pulling back up on the back of Lucky very quick. He's down to under 2 seconds now.
He's pulled away from those guys, and he's definitely hunting down Lucky. You can see now that Lucky will definitely be seeing that big blue acid mine in his rear view mirror.
Yeah, and we're getting to the point of a race where maybe a little bit of fatigue steps in as Lucky pits.
Yep. It's a long 1 hour. Depending on your setup too, can be very fatiguing on the arms and mentally straining too.
Yeah, not so much fatigue at this point, more the concentration level at the 30-minute mark. You could skip something, and it just takes one mistake to put your car off track.
Yeah, exactly. You've got to be on the ball at all times, eyes up, looking out in front, and keeping focus on your strategy, and keeping focus on the race ahead. Fresh Michelin rubber onto that Toro Ferrari as he exits the pits there. Back up the front now, we're just having a look at VLX there, just really putting some pressure on DB. Be interesting to see if he just sits behind, or if he's going to make a move and get out in front. Will these guys be in this at this point as well? Chat's loving Diego at the moment. Hope everyone's doing well and enjoying the stream. We finally got it going. It's nice to be live and amongst it.
Well, he's certainly making a good comeback, Diego, because he was down the back of the first start of the race.
Yeah, he's up into 4th position now. It's a very, very, very good stint from Diego. I just kind of feel like VLX is just sitting behind DB at the moment. He's not really. He's not letting him pull away. Yeah.
In the last pit stop, VLX short-filled and to get in front of DB, but now it's taken a turn, and yeah, I think maybe VLX is better off staying behind him. It's fuel saving that a little bit just to gain back the advantage that he tried to get.
Yeah, absolutely. Just that one just didn't quite work out for VLX, but he's still got another chance to pull it back and make it a race between these two. So let's check back in now with some of these guys. Knuckles there, just running his own race there in 3rd position. Diego, so Lucky's pitted and Diego's now in 4th position. Looks like Morgan Davies might be just ranging up a little bit onto the back of that Aston Martin. VLX is in.
Knuckles and Diego are lucky to make it back to the pits.
So these boys are in now. Knuckles, VLX and Diego all pitting. Yeah, he's very, very much on the fumes there, Diego. Coming into the pits with a big old 0 on the fuel limiter.
VLX has come out without putting any fuel in, so he's stuffed up there.
Oh no. That's a big mistake there from VLX. He's probably hit the button too early by the looks of it. These boys run their own pit stops, so they've got to be on the ball. He'll be pretty gutted with that, I reckon.
Yeah, I think so. He's going to have to come back in. It's going to cost him probably a good... Oh, I'm not even sure how long the pit length is on this track, but it won't do him any favours.
You can just tell he's he's a little bit wild now. He's definitely not happy. He might be able to consolidate something, so he should stick it in there. Keep at it.
Well, he's got a good buffer to 3rd, so he's 11 seconds out from 3rd.
Yeah. So he's pretty much just handed DB the race there as DB comes in for his one of his pit stops there.
Well, it's only the halfway point. An off could bring them back together for DB.
Yep, that's true. That's true. So the end-wash car now gets a good load of fuel. So we check back towards the pack. Barry's going around Forgotten Island. He's got a Supra trying to catch up there. That's Speedy Tyres. We've got Diswood and we've got Knuckles just closing the gap between each other. They'll be battling in a little bit.
So it looks like VLX is going to come out in 5th.
Yeah, that's a big lose for VLX at the moment. Depending on what these other guys do for their strategies, so we'll see it play out a little bit later.
Yeah, you still want to be happy with 2nd if you can keep a hold of it. He's only got Speedy and Barry in between what's most likely going to be DB as the first still at the next pit stop.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I don't know if I'd push the car too much to try and use all its fuel and rubber.
John and Chris having a little bit of a tango here. Down in 10th and 11th, we've got Scotty G in 12th and Black Project here in 13th position. It's just having a quiet old race here. Might be getting used to the car there, Black Project. Getting used to that, Lexus.
It's good to get into the races with the Group A blokes as well, because it's when you can run their speed, I mean, it only helps you as a driver as well.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, if you can be behind some of them, you know, you can, or even just in the lobbies with them, you can really see where you're missing some time, and you end up improving. So it's good to get in the races, as you say. Speedy Tyres comes in for another pit stop. DB, yeah, he's got he's just ranging up to DB here at the moment. Morgan Davies, he's doing a very, very good drive here in the Lexus.
His tyres are almost more worn than they are good.
Morgan Davies.
Yeah.
Just maybe trying just a little bit too hard.
They're touching on the 50-50 for tyre wear.
Jeez, that is a lot.
But he's probably only got a lap or two left, and he's going to have to pit. So this will be his second stop, which will bring one more to the end. So it could be a good advantage for Morgan if he's coming in second on his last pit stop, and the others still have to pit.
Yeah, this is very interesting. It'd be a hell of a drive if he can pull this off. He's got VLX behind him though, who's would be driving very, very hard to keep up, to catch back up again. Berry comes in, Diswood comes in.
I haven't done too many races around here with the GTR. It does go really, really well, but I'm not sure on fuel economy. But I'm not sure if he'll make 20 minutes. But if he pitted at the same time as Morgan, he would surely make it to the end from there too, and be playing with Morgan till the end of the race.
Yeah, that's it. We'll see what these guys have up their sleeve.
Well, VLX goes for the pass on Morgan. It's made it stick.
See if we can catch that. On the Auto 1 replay. Yeah, nice move there by VLX as he just glides past Morgan Davies there. So he's on the charge, trying to catch back up to
Berry.
DB.
Berry was the other one we had to watch. I think he's on the two-stopper as well.
He's just down in 8th at the moment, Berry. He's got John in front of him, and Speedy Tyres also putting some pressure on him. Be interesting to see where Berry comes out.
VLX has got the fastest lap again with a 1:30.2.
Jeez, that's a fast lap. These guys they don't mucking around with their race pace or their qualifying pace. And they're very, very close to each other, which is really interesting. I would have thought that the qualifying times would be a lot higher than the race pace, but I think that BOP is just pulling it all together.
Yeah, well, if you can run qualifying laps in your race, that's a win-win.
Yeah, you got to be happy with that. That's for sure.
As long as you can fuel save doing it.
Oh, VLX. John just there, just wide coming out of the turns 5 and 6. Let's put Berry and Speedy onto the back of him now.
It's also bringing Knuckles a bit closer to VLX. I wonder if Knuckles gives the Ferrari a bit of a push, if he can tag onto the back of the Skyline.
It'll work to his favour if he can. Just tuck into that toe of the Skyline, let it drag you along a little bit.
You can just see down the straight, but the gap between Knuckles and GDR just grows because the GDR is just such a powerful car down the straight.
It's definitely its main weapon is that top end speed, the GTR. It's hard to get off the line, but once it gets going, it's pretty hard to stop.
And Knuckles and Lucky, they're definitely showing that the Ferrari's one to watch this season already.
Knuckles and Lucky, did you say?
Yeah, they're showing that the Ferrari's one to watch this season.
Yeah, absolutely. It's really good to see. I'm a big fan of seeing a diverse range of cars, so it's nice to see something like a Ferrari on the grid for starters, let alone up the front end and third and fourth. You know, teammates running one behind the other.
I'm not sure if Diego is going to have enough time to catch Lucky because they're very consistent at laps. But he's just creeping up. He's staying around that 3-second mark at the moment.
He'll definitely have to pick up just a little bit of pace if he wants to get onto the back of that Ferrari.
We do have 20 minutes to go, but all these Group A and Group B drivers in the S1-GT class, all roughly the same speed, so it takes forever to catch up that 2-3 seconds. Yeah,
absolutely. You kind of, you're sitting in that driver's seat, you can see the car ahead, and but it's a bit of a mind game too when you don't really gain and you don't really lose either. You just got to keep trying, keep pushing where you can, and keep trying to maintain that car, keep it in good condition for the back end of that race.
I don't think, just looking back at DB and VLX GDR here, so they're running roughly the same fuel. They're both sitting at half a tank. They're only 3.5 seconds apart. I don't think it's the end yet for DB to give him the race win yet. VLX still has the pace to catch him.
This could be very, very interesting. See how this plays out. If VLX can pull this off and get back onto the back of DB, this will be one hell of a drive, that's for sure.
Well, they're definitely leaving Knuckles and not letting him catch up because he was 3 seconds before. They're out to 6 now.
Yeah, these guys are
VLX.
These two are in a class of their own at the moment. They are right up the top end of Group A, and just showing some of the other guys who aren't in the race tonight that they're going to have a bit of work cut out for them, I think, this season. Especially with the BOP just pulling everything that little bit closer.
Well, the last for DB and VLX, the last 5 for VLX lap times are in the 1:30s, and DB's last lap was a 1:31.2, but the 4 before that were 1:30s, so they're both doing qualifying lap times in the race.
Yeah, that's crazy stuff. Yeah, it's sometimes it's hard to imagine some of these guys, the kind of level that they're on in Gran Turismo, in their race setups and their race cars. It's just they're in another world, as you can say.
Yeah, some people just get it, I guess, with games.
Yeah, that's it. Naturally gifted. Chicken there with Knuckles, just running his own race at the moment, and it looks like Lucky's just lost a bit of that gap there between him and Diego. It's definitely caught up a bit there.
Diego's almost about to jump into his slipstream, which will make it even worse for Lucky.
Yeah, you can see that power of that Aston Martin as it comes out of turn 3 there onto the Red Aposta. He's in the toe now, you can see it.
Lucky won't even be able to fight too hard because he is on the light and he's just started a red light and he's just started another lap.
Yeah, Diego's got him here. He's all over him. Just depends on where he's going to have a look at the move. He just shows his power side by side through turn 7 into 8. Just backs it off a bit. Let's Lucky get around turn 8. Oh, the slide on there from Lucky.
Lucky's not making it easy for him.
No, he's not. Just putting that Ferrari right in the middle of the track. Oh, Diego just has a look. Bit of a bump there coming out of turn 11 through Mugello and into 13. This Aston is just going to eat him up over the... oh, nice move there from Diego up the inside from on turn 13. Thought he was just going to back it off there, but he just makes it work. Whoa, I thought they were both going in there.
Yeah, so did I.
So Lucky's in.
He's got 1 litre of fuel, so he had nothing left.
Yeah, he was on empty then.
Back
So
at
that's
the front there. VLX is under 2.5 seconds to DB now.
yeah. He's got the foot down. He's trying really hard to get back up to the back of DB. That Amwash GTR's got a lot of pace under the hood.
He's also using a lot of fuel doing it, so it could bring him unstuck a little.
It's getting down to crunch time. 14 minutes to go.
Yeah, I think everyone can almost fill up from here and probably make it home.
Absolutely. This is the last of the pit stops, I believe, for some of these guys.
And as we can see, we're starting to see something's happened to Lucky. He's back down in 9th. Oh, he pitted, sorry.
Oh no.
VLX is in.
Not a pit stop.
It's only out again.
Yeah, no. It's all good, mate. Yeah, VLX is in now, so is Knuckles. VLX, it's be interesting to see where he comes out. I believe DB might be stopping again. So.
Where's DB? Yeah, I think DB's going to have to. He's under quarter of a tank, so he's not going to make that to the end.
That's it.
Morgan's a very good chance of fuel saving and making it to the end in 4th. That could potentially put him onto the podium.
He's on the back of Dishwood now in that Lexus. M6 is going to have to hold him off because he's just showing his a little bit of aggression there as those brakes light up on to turn 4.
Knuckles is going to have to play it cool.
Yeah, he's on the back now too. So Dishwood just holding these guys up a little bit, it looks like. That green beacon M6 looks very, very worse for wear from that earlier tangle. Took a big chunk of damage.
We're going into the panel shop this afternoon.
Yeah, team owner's going to have to get the boys to work on that car. Just pulled away a little bit out of that corner exit as the two behind Knuckles makes a move on Morgan Davies, gets around him. So they just held each other up there, let Dishwood get a bit of a gap. That Ferrari's very quick out of the corners, that's for sure.
Yeah, I'm not sure what it's like in a straight line. I don't think it's the slowest. So
Dishwood is in, so is Morgan Davies.
I would have thought Morgan
DB is in as well.
Make it to the end. Going for tyres only, I reckon.
Just checking with the switchblade. It's alright. So DB's coming out in first position, but he's got VLX behind him now, under a second behind him.
Under a second, yeah.
So VLX has done a big job to get back into this race after missing a fill up in that car.
So we've probably got maybe 7 laps left.
Yeah, absolutely.
Maybe 8. I think you'll probably see VLX just look after the car a little bit till you get to that 5 or 6 laps, and then start putting the pressure on.
Yeah, absolutely. You just got to reiterate like how good it is that we have just the amount of cars that are in battles right now towards the back end of this race. So a lot of the time we've seen some cars out in front, but just the way that this is set up now is just brought everything so much closer, and you've got like these guys out in front here having a really good battle. You've got the guys in the mid pack also gonna end up having a big battle as well towards the end of the last 5 minutes of this race. So it's just awesome to see.
Looks like Speedy's just tagging onto the back of Berry here, and he's potentially could make a pass around the outside.
Oh, he's got some pace in that Supra, that's for sure, down that straight. Big outside move from Speedy, nicely done through the S descender there. That smart grip Supra just showing its pace over the top of that BMW. Berry's just in the slipstream, so he might be able to have another look. But thinks better of it, tucks it back in, and these guys resume. Nice move there from Speedy.
The Supra might be on par with the GTR for straight line speed.
Yeah, definitely. If not on par, very, very close to. So it's a weapon in the straight line, that Supra.
Just doesn't like getting off the line.
No, it's something that both these corners. Oh no! Speedy, big lose there into the last few turns, and he's had his car reset too. It's very, very devastating for Speedy. He was doing really well there. That Dynamite Supra has just lost a bit of the rear end there, coming out of turn 9 into 10. Very disappointing.
Yeah, you get on the gas too early. It's got to happen.
Yeah. Checking up the front now with our leaders as the gap is down to 3 seconds, 300th of a second, sorry. Just VLX is now putting huge amounts of pressure onto DB.
They just left the rest of the field behind 13.5 seconds from Knuckles, and Knuckles is not one driver that's slow. No,
not at all. These guys are just a class of their own at the moment, and having a nice little battle here.
A 29.6 from VLX.
That is a massive lap. It's scooting and a half. Down into turn 13, these guys go.
You know he has the pace to pass him. It's when.
That's it. It's just when. He's in the toe too, so he's just waiting for his moment to strike. And I would know that DB would be 100% on that. It's just whether he can hold him off is the question.
We might see a little bit of Lucky just tagging on behind Diego here. Looks like he's... I don't know if he's gaining on Diego, but he's definitely not letting him go.
Again, those cars just can't quite get together, and they can't just quite pull away. You can see Diego's just trying to shake him a little bit as he moves to the inside wall and back out again. That Ferrari's just so good in those brakes.
Just trying to break that slipstream so he can not get the toe.
You can brake quite deeply into turn 1 and into turn 4 here too. Carry a bit of speed through these corners. If you've got a car like a Ferrari that can is quite good in the brakes, same with the Lexus I think too, you can see they're closing the gap very quickly on that Aston Martin.
I don't know what they're thinking with the Mercedes, if they're liking it or not, but they seem to be around the back half of the field, and just don't know if they're struggling or just not showing their pace maybe before the actual season starts.
Yeah, it's interesting because the Mercedes last season was the all-rounder, and it's definitely up the pointy end of the field. So it's really just a bit up and down at the moment this pre-season. Like, we don't really know where some of these cars are sitting. We've seen some big surprises like the Ferrari. We've seen some cars like the Supra, which was another hot package, just lagging behind just slightly. So
we're getting the 5-minute marker now. It's maybe 3 laps left.
That's
about
it.
4 laps.
Boys up the front there is just, again, VLX is just sitting behind DB there, just making his presence felt. Just waiting to pounce.
Just from driving the GTR last season, it's really a handful when you're in the aero of another car. So he's doing really well in that aspect as well.
Yeah, absolutely. It's becomes a bit wild at times, that GTR. So if you can keep it in check, keep its power in check as well, you're on the money.
But he's definitely using a lot more tyre. DBs still look pretty fresh, and VLXs are just starting to look a little bit average.
So still got like 3 or 4 laps to go, three laps to go, and those tyres are going to come into play in those last 1.5 laps. So we got Morgan Davies just on the back of here of Lucky coming into turn 1. He's going to have a look down the inside. Oh, he shows it. Doesn't go it. But he's made it stick. He's gone straight up the inside of Lucky there in that Toro Ferrari. Morgan Davies, nice move there in the Esta Senna. And now he's heading on to take on Diego. So these new boys putting on a good show there for their fans.
Well, they're all new boys apart from Knuckles in the top 5.
Yeah, that's it. The veteran Knuckles getting schooled by some of these boys.
You can just start to see in Lucky's Ferrari as well that back right-hand tyre is just fallen off, and I think it's causing a little issue on exit.
Yeah, absolutely. Another battle here between Diswood and Berry, both in the M6s, both in these big beastly BMWs. Just trying to hold off Berry here. I think Diswood's had a bit of an average race after coming off a nice run at Laguna Seca last week.
Oh, I think VLX has had a moment. He's had it off, and he's left a 13.5 second gap for DB now, so DB will run away with this.
That's a big upset for VLX. He'll be spewing after missing a pit stop there, missing a fuel up in a pit stop there, and then getting back on the back of DB and then coming off. That's just a bit of a heartbreaker for VLX.
Yeah, I think. Listen, that fuel on his pit stop.
Yeah,
he could have been well in front by the sounds of it.
He's definitely got the pace. By the looks, just edging DB at the moment in that GTR. So yeah, he'll be very, very disappointed with that. So DB now has got a 13, nearly 14 second lead over VLX, and he's going to run away with this one. Just held off that pressure nicely for DB there.
Diego's all over the back of Morgan now.
Diego's having another big say here. Again, just pulling out some big moves when it counts in the Team Nitro Aston Martin. Just winding up the Aston. He's gonna go for a run onto the back main straight there. Get into that toe.
Diego's going to have to pit. So he's
Oh
definitely,
no!
he's forgotten to.
So he's going to run out of.
He's not going to make another lap.
This is. Oh, he's just fired it up the inside of turn 1. Didn't make it stick though, but very lucky he didn't take out Morgan Davey there by the looks of it. He's going to run out of fuel.
His fuel gauge, that's for sure.
So these new guys are just realising how difficult it is to manage some of these races here. You've got a lot to think about, not just driving like you do in FIA. You've got to manage your fuel, you've got to manage your tyres, you've got to manage your mental capacity, and you've got to manage your fatigue arms-wise as well.
Oh, Diego might be safe. This is going to be it for the race. So looks like DB's heading up towards the start-finish line.
Absolutely, DB once again just edging out some of these guys, VLX, and he makes his way across the line, flashes the lights. CP, I forget the team which one it's in. Counterpunch, that's it. Nice victory there for Counterpunch and Next Level Racing in the CP Aston Martin. VLX crosses the line in second in the Anwash FPC GTR. Bit of a heartbreaker for him. Knuckles, huge
Diego's
drive.
out of fuel.
Morgan Davies coming in 4th position there, and yeah, Diego, you can just see him dropping down there in the pack as these boys just blast past him. Lucky in 5th position, Diswood and Berry in 6th and 7th. Diego just getting monstered by these guys. John in 8th, Speedy Tyres in 9th after a big slide. Diego just crawls over the line. The Team Nitro Aston Martin.
That's just how easy it is to put your fuel numbers wrong.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a big lesson to learn in Sector 1 GT. Black Project there, just cruising around, just getting a feel for the Lexus. Finishes the race in 12th position, and Scotty G had a bit of a nice run. He's also out of fuel in the Supra, the Bez Media Supra, so just crawling across the line there.
He's used every bit of that car. He's got no fuel, he's got no tyres.
He's done a good job. No, he had a good run earlier on, so he's definitely got some pace there in that Supra. He's just got to put it all together. So the last of our runners tonight there, Scotty G. And that is race 3 of the pre-season here at Sector 1. Interlagos Whites.
Yes, well, it shows the potential we've got with DB007 and VLX just to run away with it, so we can be interesting to see round 1 next Sunday for a few of the top Group A guys, that see how they stack up against these two.
Yeah, absolutely, mate. So recapping tonight's race results, we've got DB in the V12 Aston Martin taking the first position step on the podium. We got VLX with a bit of a heartbreaker in second position. Lucky for Lucky's Lawn Care, the first of the Ferraris, in third position. We've got Morgan Davies in a Lexus in fourth position. We've got Lucky in fifth. We got Diswood in sixth. We got Berry in seventh. We got John in eighth. We got Speedy Tyres in ninth after a huge off there at the back end of the race. Diego runs out of fuel and enters in at 10th. CB Chris in 11th there. Black Project in 12th, and Scotty G also running out of fuel on the line on the last lap there in 13th position. The fastest lap went to VLX with a massive 129.6 in the Anwash GTR.
29.6 is better than their qualifying laps, I'm pretty sure. I think they were at 29.7. I'm not sure. But anyway, it's fast. It's definitely fast
very,
for
very
a race
fast.
lap.
Very, very quick. So, nice race there, yet again, from the GT boys and from the Revolution M3 Challenge drivers tonight.
I think a few of the new drivers are going to probably have a look at these test races and go back and have a look at their strategy, see where they've gained or where they've lost.
Yeah, they're going to have to, because just you can see some of the professionalism from teams, some teams and some drivers, and you see some of these new guys just having to just reassess the way they've gone about jumping into this series.
So should we do a driver of the day for a test stream?
Yeah, why not, huh? Why not? Who's your driver of the day?
I'm thinking Morgan to get the Morgan or Lucky. Probably Lucky because the Ferraris are MR, and I know how bad they can be. But
yeah, absolutely.
Between Morgan and Lucky for me, Morgan to get that Lexus up there is a good show.
I would 100% agree. It's either one of those two for me. Morgan Davies, just new guy on the field in a car that we didn't think was going to be up there from the talk in the paddock, and he's just shown that it is a car that can go the distance. And same with Ferrari too. Both cars were a little bit of an uncertainty, but yeah, just making it work for those guys.
Yep, it's pretty bad. Not bad. It's pretty sad to see Speedy back down in ninth, but he's obviously still learning the Supra.
Yeah, it takes some of these cars take a bit to work up to. It's a big test to jump in a car that you don't normally drive and then have to compete with some of the fastest drivers in these categories. So yeah, it's going to take a little while. It'd be nice to see some of these guys who are struggling a little bit to find their pace again and get back up there, because we know that none of these guys are slouches whatsoever behind the wheel. They all can stick it to some of these top guys at any point. So
it was good to see a full grid for a test stream, even though we lost hard soft.
Yeah, I forgot about that. Sucks to see anyone have to exit a race for whatever reason. So sorry to see Hardsoft miss out there, but yeah. So we've got the first round of Sector 1 GT Season 1 coming up next week on Sunday.
Yeah, I better start putting some laps in.
Yeah, you got to get familiar with your GTR. You drove it last season.
I cut a few laps there already at Autopolis or whatever the track's called, but
I'm going to say it's Autopolis.
I probably should put some laps in this week.
Yeah, you probably should. So yeah, guys, ladies and gentlemen, it is at Autopolis for next week. The first of the Sector 1 series. Yeah, we've got both the M3 Challenge and the GT Championship on action, and it's going to be interesting to see as we see all these big players lining up on the grids there for the first time.
Yeah, it's going to be a shock. I mean, even though I'm in Group A, there's so many fast drivers there. You're probably going to be fighting for 13th or 14th anyway.
Yeah, you're not wrong. It's a hell of a grid in all categories. With this BOP, it's just going to be just a massive fight from start to finish across the board. So
Lucky's come in with the abbreviation for Autopolis.
Autopolis, yeah.
Autopolis.
Autopolis action. Autopolis. Right, I remember that. Bit of topless action there in Japan. So I think we might wrap that up there for tonight. What do you reckon?
Yeah, I've got nothing more to say. Maybe there was an incident or two out of the whole race, but it was a pretty clean race from everyone. Yeah, it was good to see. There was a couple of incidents that I'm sure will be looked at. We caught a couple of them on stream, but yeah, nice to see some clean racing from the guys.
kept their cool this week.
Yes, I'll go and run some laps and get ready for next weekend.
Absolutely. All right. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for watching tonight's race. The races tonight were brought to you by Aussie Hampton, Revolution Race Gear, and Auto One. Great to have those guys on board for this season, and we will be back next Sunday for the first race of the very first season of Sector 1 Sim Racing at Autopolis in Japan. This has been Matty, Dariol and Troy Brown and NASCAR Peter Dongo bringing you all the action, and we will see you next time.